Okay, so because of my friend Sarah, I am making a video about how to tell your mom or dad that you're gay. So, when I came out to my mom, I walked up to her and I was like, "Mom, I need to tell you something." She was like, "Yeah, what is it?" And I was like, "I like girls." And it took her a minute to process it, but she was fine with it. She was like, "Well, you and your sister are both the same way because my sister used to like girls." And she was like, "If it's just a phase, then it is. If not, then good for you." And I was like, "Thank you, Mom." And so my mom was really cool with it. Some parents will not be. Some parents will try to make sure that you don't date a girl, try to make sure that you avoid that situation at all costs. So my best advice would be, if you're going to tell your parents that you're gay, tell them straight up. Just be like, "Listen, you gotta understand this," and say that it could be a phase, because it could. You might just want to experiment. So pretty much just say, "Hey, Mom, Dad, I need to tell you something." And if they're like, "What is it?" Just be like, I think that I'm going through a phase that I might like, depending on which gender you are, guys or girls. And so this can work for both guys and girls. And I think that being honest about it and telling them that it might just be a phase would be the best thing to do. Because if you tell them, "Oh yeah, I know that I like girls or I like guys," and there's nothing you can do about it, then they're going to get an attitude and they're going to want to try to stop it. So, if you're just honest, but yet appreciative of what they want to think about, because you got to think about both sides. You got to think your parents might not want that, but yet that's how you feel. So y'all got to compromise and meet in the middle. And so whenever you talk to them, like I said, be nice about it. Do not get an attitude very quickly if they're like, "No, you don't." Just say, "Maybe I don't. This might just be a phase. It's just right now, this is how I feel." And then if they're still like, "You don't feel that way, you just think you do," then be like, "Then I think I do. Let me experiment, please. Just let me learn by myself. Let me figure out what I'm going to do with my life." And I know that parents are going to be like, "I'm supposed to figure out what you're going to do with your life," because they're your parents. So if your parent comes up with a smart remark, do not get an attitude. Just be like, "Please let me see what I want. Let me see how I feel about the different genders. And let me decide. Let me be me, please." And if they're like, "No, you're not going to do it," just say, "This is who I am. You've got to accept it at some point." But before you do that, before you even talk to your mom or dad or whoever, be sure about what you're talking about. Be sure that you like the other gender, because you don't want to be like, "Oh, Mom, Dad, I know I'm gay. You're going to have to accept me," and then date a guy 2 days later. You got to be sure about what you want, whether you're gay, bi, whatever. And so once you know in your head that you're sure what you want, then you talk to your parents. So again, my best advice is just to be honest, but be sweet about it. Later, losers.